right. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Environmental Coffee House, and I am Sandy Shellis. And we'll take the music off and introduce myself. And I got a good show tonight, although I have a lovely, horrible cat scratch on my lip that is going to annoy me and gross you guys out. And it's 2 hours already. So we're going to ignore that. And I have too many cats and they like to play. But I want to talk, and hey Jude, I want to talk tonight about Sam Carana and the Arctic news on Facebook. And this came to me because someone I was chatting with said, well, why don't you read this? And I said, maybe I will. So, yeah, it is an ouchie. It's a grossy. So I have to, I'm going with this all night. It's like crazy. The cat went, and he probably would have been hanging off my face. Anyway, we're going to get started. There's a lot to cover. I don't have a video tonight or anything. I'll quickly say hi to all of you. Hi, Tom, and hi, Kim. Thank you, and Jim, and Nostradamus, everybody. Okay, well, we got people joining. This is going to be good. And Facebook is here. Please share. And again, this is human. Shit happens. I have animals that just like to... they like to play, and I didn't know this one was going to hook my lip. So here we go. All right, let me get this set up. And I was not prepared for any kind of anything other than this. So here we go. How likely is a rise of more than 3C by 2026? Sam Carana, and we'll talk about Sam Carana later after I read this. All right? And everybody, listen close. How likely is a rise of more than 3C by 2026? The warming impact of carbon dioxide reaches its peak a decade after emission, while methane's impact over 10 years is huge. So the warming impact of the greenhouse gases already in the atmosphere is likely to prevent temperatures from falling and could instead keep raising temperatures for some time to come. So temperatures are currently suppressed. I don't know if this is big enough how you're seeing it on the screen, but I'll see if I can make it any bigger. But I don't know if I can. Anyway, they're currently suppressed. We're in a La Niña period. As NASA describes, El Niño events occur roughly every 2 to 7 years. As temperatures keep rising, ever more frequent strong El Niño events are likely to occur. NOAA anticipates La Niña to reemerge during the fall or winter of 2021. Oh boy. So it's likely that a strong El Niño will occur between 2023 and 2025. See what we have to look forward to? Rising temperatures can cause growth in sources of greenhouse gases and decrease in the sinks. Now, they've got an image here. The image shows how El Niño and La Niña events grow and growth in CO2 levels line up. That's down here. We'll go after. I got a few things on the side. Just hang out and listen. Nothing fancy tonight, guys. So here, wait, let me go back. Rising temperatures can cause growth in sources of greenhouse gases and a decrease in sinks, which I read. So we go back down. I'm not going to get messed up looking for the chart. We're also at a low point in the sunspot cycle. Now remember that, because I have another article on that, and it got me thinking about all this from having David Nostradamus with us the other night, which I don't know a lot about. So the number of sunspots can be expected to rise as we head towards 2026, and temperatures can be expected to rise accordingly. According to James Hansen, the variation of solar irradiance from solar minimum to solar maximum is in the order of 0.2 25, and I have no idea what this measurement is because, guys, I didn't look it up. Sorry. Those of you that are astute could put this in and tell us, all the rest of us dummies, what the measurement is. Like, what is the, what are they measuring? Okay, the solar minimum, the irradiance, I guess, in the sphere, some kind of radiance. Add to this the impact of a recent sudden stratospheric warming event. We are currently experiencing the combined impact of 3 short variables that are suppressing the temperature rise, i.e. a sudden stratospheric warming event, a La Niña event, and a low in sunspots. Over the next few years, in the absence of a large volcano eruption, and in absence of sudden stratospheric warming events, a huge amount of heat could build up at surface level as the temperature impact of the other 2 short-term variables reverses, i.e. as the sunspot cycle moves toward a peak and a El Niño develops, this could push up temperatures substantially. Of course, the words are could. The word could be set up for a perfect storm. See, the world could. I said the word could, but the world could be set up for that perfect storm by 2026, since sunspots are expected to reach a peak by then. And since it takes a few years to move from a La Niña low to the peak of an El Niño period. So furthermore, temperatures are currently also suppressed by sulfate cooling. Now, this impact is falling away as we progress with the necessary transition away from fossil fuel and biofuel and toward the use of more wind turbines and solar panels instead. Aerosols, they typically fall out of the atmosphere, right, within a few weeks. So as the transition progresses, this will cause temperatures to rise over the next few years. Most sulfates are caused by large-scale industrial activity, such by the volcanoes, Historically, some 20 volcanoes are actively erupting on any particular day. And we've seen Iceland. Iceland's been live on YouTube. I had been going back and forth and seeing the Iceland volcanoes. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys, that this happened with this goddamn cat. You have no idea how upset I am. Historically, of the 49 volcanoes that erupted during 2021, 45 volcanoes were still active, with continuing for at least 3 months eruptions as at March 12, 2021. Also, holding back the temperature. Was that a freeze? No. Holding back the temperature rise at the moment is the buffer effect of thick sea ice in the Arctic that consumes heat as it melts. As Arctic sea ice thickness declines, more heat will instead warm up the Arctic, resulting in the albedo changes and changes to the jet stream, and possibly trigger huge releases of methane from the seafloor. The rise in ocean temperature on the northern hemisphere looks very threatening in this regard. Many of these developments are discussed at the I think the Facebook NTHE, the near-term human extinction page, maybe not that one. I have to look. I didn't see the reference to what page that was. Maybe it's part of Sam, the whole cadre of Facebook pages that Sam et al. Have. Okay, so we are at the albedo changes, the jet stream, and the huge releases of methane, the rise in ocean temperature on the northern hemisphere. That threatening feeling he was just saying. Maybe it's a she. Many of these developments are discussed where we just said. So there are numerous further feedbacks that look set to start kicking in with growing ferocity as temperatures keep rising, such as releases of greenhouse gases resulting from the permafrost thawing and the decline of snow and ice cover. Some 30 feedbacks affecting the Arctic are discussed at the feedback page. Okay, sorry. There's a lot of different pages. It's actually a pretty good cadre. It's like going out to eat with a buffet. The conclusion of the study, after study, is that the situation is worse than expected and will get even worse as warming continues. Some examples. A recent study found that the Amazon rainforest is no longer a sink, but has become a source, contributing to warming the planet instead. Another study found that soil bacteria release CO2 that was previously thought to be remain trapped by iron. Another study found that forest soil carbon does not increase with higher CO2 levels. Another study found that forests' long-term capacity to store carbon is dropping in regions with extreme annual fires. And a recent post discussed a study finding that oh boy, that the higher temperatures, respiration rates continue to rise in contrast to sharply declining rates of photosynthesis, which, under business as usual emissions, would nearly have the land sink strength by as early as 2040. The post also mentions a study on oceans that finds that with increased stratification, heat from climate warming less effectively penetrates into the deep ocean, which contributes to further surface warming, while it also reduces the capacity of the ocean to store carbon, exacerbating a global surface warming. Finally, a recent study found that kelp off the California coast has collapsed. So both land and ocean sinks look set to decrease as temperatures keep rising, while a 2020 study points out that the ocean sink will also immediately slow down as future fossil fuel emissions cuts drive reduced growth of atmospheric CO2. Now, this was it was from overshoot or omnicide, and this is the, let's see if it'll go bigger. Okay, so that is I'm going to see if I can make it go bigger so you could see it here. It's the overlay, which shows CO2 and El Niño and La Niña correlate. All right. So this is if you're not on Facebook, guys, I honestly say just for these pages, I mean, yeah, the Arctic, his Arctic spot is on, has a website, but this page uses all science and has gotten a sometimes a bad reputation for some reason. Oh boy. So they create these things and for the Arctic News blog spot, and they use NASA and they use the NOAA. They are not fly by night. Not at all, but they have been, people have said things about it because nobody knows who Sam Carana is. So while I have this up, I'm going to look for the actual page, but I don't want to go to the page. I want to go to, all right, here it is, but this is where you can see it. Thursday, March 18th, the whole article, Overshoot or Omnicide, Questions and Answers with Sam Carana. And what I wanted to show you here, search the blog. They have, look at the tabs on the side. I don't know if they're too small. I really wish that I didn't cut my face. I mean, it's like really annoying. Well, I didn't cut my face. My cat did. I really wish I didn't have a friggin' cat nail stuck in my lip. Okay, so I wanted, look at all of it. The climate plan is something I wanted to show you also. But here's the greenhouse levels. We've been looking at these. We looked at these all Sunday night with Jennifer. But I just wanted to familiarize those of you who are not on Facebook. You might just want to go onto Facebook just for this. And let me go back and show you the Facebook page and get rid of these. And we'll go to the Facebook page. Or, okay. And we'll find it. We will find it. This is the Environmental Coffee House page. Oh, people writing to me all the time. Okay, this is our page. See, I'm live. You can see I'm live now. All right. So you guys are having a good talk, right? Have a good talk. I'm going to play with this and bring up Sam's page, Sam Carana, ANA, and you will see there is link after link to all this stuff, but there are a lot of scientists contributing to this. This is not just somebody named Sam Carana, and I'm not going to entertain any of those kind of questions that wants to guess who Sam Carana is. Sam Carana is made up of a lot of scientists. It's on the actual Arctic News Spot. If I can, let's see, it's about, I wish I could find it. It had, everybody was in. Oh, here, a number of contributors have kindly provided content over the years, including Peter Wadhams. We all know and love Peter Wadhams. And then Mark Jacobson, who is the big techno guy. Stephen Salter, Malcolm Light, who is a beautiful writer. And Paul Beckwith. I mean, a lot of people. Nick Breeze. Jennifer Hines, she's on here. Patrick McNulty. So there's Jennifer Francis, great scientist. Stuart Scott, Guy McPherson, Roloff Schuling, and Andrew Glickson. So there's a lot of respected people that have contributed to this page, and the science on this page is, I think, it's pretty good. I mean, they're showing us all the data from all the scientists. So the science presented is solid regardless of who Sam is. Exactly. I'm so sorry. I want to cry. Goddamn cat. Oh. Well, and yes, Rich, you've been following them for years. Yeah, the findings keep getting more dire. And it's not bullshit, Hi, Mindy. Oh, Mindy's here with us. Hey, Jude. Oh, see, yeah, I pretty much only stay with I call it Face Crack for Sam's page and a couple of others. Well, I hope one of them is Environmental Coffee House. I hope so. Okay, so this is the one page there. And then there are, I don't know, let's see. I have to find all the different pages. You have to click. But you get the idea, right? This is from April 14th. That was the one I showed you before. And the article is really good. I'm going to make this a short show. I really wanted to go on. I have another really great article. Hi, Dee Dee. Neosporin. I don't know where the hell it is. Try putting cornstarch. Well, I'm not going to run up now. I will afterwards if it doesn't stop. It's kind of like just ruin my show because that's like grosses people out, who wants to watch somebody with a bleeding lip. I mean, I can't even say something like, oh, my old man beat me up. I mean, this is a cat. And who would want to say that anyway? That's a sick world we live in, huh? All right. So we'll show you some more. And I wanted to find the climate plan. I'm going to find the climate plan page because it's not all gloom and doom. Oh, it didn't type out right. Okay. Climate plan. Like I said, it's not watch, I won't be able to find it. I can't believe it. I had it. They have a whole plan. Well, maybe I'll go back this way. And let's see if we can find the climate plan. because that is where all of the discussions are held on, well, I don't know if you want to call them solutions, but what can you do? The technology that's out there. The technology that is, well, I'm not looking, I'm not going to find it tonight, but it's, see this? This is the climate plan. The climate plan calls for multiple lines of action to be implemented in parallel, rapidly and simultaneously. While some action needs UN supervision, much action could be rapidly started locally without the need for wider negotiations. Local feebates are recommended, but communities can each decide what works best locally within the constraints of the Paris Agreement. So there's a whole climate plan. And they talk about emissions cuts and carbon dioxide removal and storage, solar radiation management, which I'm not going there right now, land clouds, wind, water, snow, and ice management, atmospheric management, and further action and adaptation action. And you know what? Paul Beckwith has videos on all of this, and a lot of others do, more than I'm giving you just this cursory introduction to this if you've never seen it. I mean, a lot of you have, but there's a lot of people that haven't. So here it is. Here's climate plan. Only 1.5 thousand members. Now, let me tell you, the work that the climate mobilization is doing could couple with the climate plan, because the climate mobilization is, they came out with their newest material. I don't have it pulled up, but they're also all about local efforts. This climate plan is a comprehensive plan to effectively deal with climate change, recommending parallel lines of action that can be started, get started immediately and locally. So anybody that wants to say that this is all doom, you know what? It's all a lot of stuff. It's all science, and science is good, right? Yes. And so I wanted to show this to you with a way of communicating that there's nothing negative here. It's not, the information is not being twisted. It's information that I think everybody should have access to. And if it was something that wasn't, then wouldn't you think, let it bleed and wash all the toxins out? Oh, I just saw that. Thank you. Yeah, but it looks disgusting. I'm online here. All right. So I hope that you guys, I'm not staying on very long because of this, but I want you to go. If you're not in Facebook, I want you to try this and check out Climate Plan, check out Sam Carana, check out the work that they've done. Yeah. Lightning rod high. Maybe everyone will suddenly start telling the truth, and disaster will be averted, and we will all have a warm heart and felt awakening and start to look after each other. Yes, absolutely. Oh boy. Okay. Biden invites Xi to virtual climate conference. Xi accepts trying to stifle his laughter. I don't know. I didn't see it. I don't know. Well, I'm doing it to myself. Yeah, maybe, because I'm not letting it just drip. All right. Well, listen, guys, I love you very much. And I'll turn on a little. All right. Wait a minute. I have to do this. I get the no, my cat. My cat gets the environmental coffeehouse flush of the day for doing this to me before a show. And it wouldn't stop. And then I will play you a little, let's see, what can we listen to on the way out? We'll put on a little background music and look at some comments. And hopefully, I did have another article for you guys. I did. It was, I'll show it to you real quick. I'm not reading it. It's the role of sunspots and solar winds in climate change. If you want to read it, it's in the show notes. It's from 2009, but it's a really good explanation of what I had no understanding of, which is any of this, sunspots and storms. So I'm not going to do it now, but that's in there. because it was interesting, and it's just something I have not paid attention to. So, all right, guys. There's a lot of things that happened. Derek Chauvin's guilty. Yay. 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 All right. I just had to say something about that. It's happening in this godforsaken country. Yeah. Don't cry. So go to Sam Carana. Check it out. The news is shitty, but the work is good. Puts together all of the NOAA and all these different scientist materials and studies and research, and it's cool. All right? All right. So hopefully when I see you Friday night, I have a guest Friday night named Craig Mead, 2020, ran for president, guy from Santa Cruz. Owl Nation Legal, everybody. It's going to be an interesting show. He's been all over the Doomosphere. And I think it'll be quite a conversation. Quite a conversation. Okay, everybody's telling me to stop. If I stop, it'll heal. I love all my armchair doctors. I love all you guys. I do. Oh, Void, are you here? All right. So that's it. That's what I have, because I'm not going to sit here and read the Scientific American article. You can. All right? All right. I wish I had my round dance timer. We could dance it out like the live streaming training I go for. I sit there and this chick dances it out. But she's about 30 years younger than me, so she can dance it out. All right, guys. Woohoo! Bye.